Bienvenue chez VCA Groupe, la team qui vous fait voyager et réussir à l'étranger. Études, immigration, expérience de voyage, on couvre tout. Plus de 74% d'entre vous oublient de liker et de follow. C'est le moment de corriger ça pour ne rien manquer. Et maintenant, c'est l'heure de notre webinaire. Alors attachez vos ceintures.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us, and also thanks for the VCA Group for invitation. And this is Tarkan Yulas. I am one of the co-founder of the Turkish universities, the platform. Et je suis désolé, je ne peux pas le français. And I think my friends will help me to translate for you.
One second, Mr. Tarkan. Amidou, one second.
Keep continue, or you want to give break?
One second, please. Mr. Tarkan. One second, please. Amidou, vous l'entendez correctement?
Non, ça bloque.
Okay, Mr. Tarkan, I think you have some network issues. We hardly received you, so. Hello, Mr. Tarkan?
No problem. Sure, I'm waiting.
Okay, so you have some network issues. We hardly received you.
Oh, Mr. Bill. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, I'm so sorry about it. Now, I think seems okay.
Yes, we are hearing you well. Okay. You can go.
Now, let me share my screen again. Okay. For now, I'm gonna close to my video, the camera. I think I have some issues. It slow me down, if it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but I'm gonna turn on again while asking the questions. Okay, and again, then let's start from the beginning. Hi, this is Tarkan, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I am one of the co-founder of the Turkish universities platform. Let me give some information about myself. I born in Turkey and then study in Istanbul. But after that, I moved to Canada and do my postgraduate programs. And during this time, I entered the international education industry, which was like almost 19 years ago. And I was like an international student like you, most of you. I have this like the same excitement or same frightening, and that's why I'm happy to reply after my presentation any questions. I think I'm gonna give a stop here, maybe for translation.
Ok, donc il s'est présenté, donc il dit qu'il a été étudiant international comme tout le monde, donc il a remercié VCA Groupe pour cette invitation, pour ce webinaire, et quand même, après sa présentation, il prendra tout le temps nécessaire pour répondre aux questions nécessaires.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect. And first of all, as I said, after I started in Canada, I had a privilege to work in different parts of the world, in such as Latin America. I worked 4 years with one of the biggest German company, and the last 4 years we worked with the Cambridge Education Group. And it's been 2.5 years. We founded the Turkish University, and we represent now over 62 different universities in Turkey in more than 45 different countries. I'm sometimes giving a break for the translation.
Okay. C'est un des cofondateurs de cette plateforme, de cette organisation, donc qui se trouve en Turquie. Il représente 62 universités. Donc, la plateforme travaille avec 62 universités. Donc,
Okay. Now I'm going to give a little bit general information about the Turkish market, some statistics, and later on I'm going to give some time to answer your questions. Okay, let's start from. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's start from the scratch. Where is Turkey, or as most of you know, Turkey, but now that has changed as a Turkey, as official name. The Turkey is kind of right off in the middle of the world, you can consider. We are part of the Europe, some part of the Middle East, and most of the part in Asia. Most of the people consider as a Turkey is a bridge between the three different languages. Sorry, I'm sorry, but may I ask you to turn off your microphones? Hello.
yes. Let me mute
Sure.
all participants. So you can unmute yourself again. So unmute yourself.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and as I said, the Turkey is part of the some part in Europe, Asia, but as also historically we had a really long relation with African region as well. But for the education part, we are completely part of the European education system.
Un instant, Chérif, est-ce que tu peux muter tout le monde?
Bon.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Tarkan, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, okay, that's better. Sorry, because sometimes I hear a voice. Okay, maybe I can give some time to translate about the Turkish part.
Yes. Bon, là, il parlait de la situation géographique de la Turquie. Donc, comme vous le voyez, donc, Turquie est pratiquement au milieu, donc, de l'Asie, donc, d'Afrique, d'Amérique, entre autres. Donc, quand même, bien vrai que, voilà, ils sont au milieu, mais ils travaillent avec pas mal de pays. Et pour leur système éducatif, donc, ils ont un système européen, typiquement européen. Voilà. Donc, c'est ça qu'il tenait à expliquer. You can move on.
Okay. There is a... Sorry.
Okay, go on. Oh. Yes, you can unmute yourself again.
Okay. Sorry about it. Okay, basically, as I mentioned, Turkey is part of the Bologna system, which all the European universities and the countries have signed. And the reason is Bologna, that agreement has signed in Italy. And all the Turkish universities part of the Bologna system. What does it mean? Basically, all the credits and the diplomas considered as a European diploma. And the system which we are using also the same, which means if the students would like to go to later on for master or if it's the PhD levels, they don't need any further accreditations, because since the Turkish the diploma is considered as a European diploma. And also most of the people may heard there is an Erasmus Plus program under the Bologna system, which is one of the biggest student exchange program in the world. Turkey is also one of the biggest supplier of this student exchange program, which means the Turkish students go to other European countries, which their university have an agreement. And after that, they study 1 semester without losing time or credit. And after that, they come back and then continue their education. Then I think I give you the microphone.
Ok, so, ils parlaient de leur système, en fait. Donc, ils font partie du système de Bologne, donc qui se trouve en Italie. Et par rapport au diplôme, c'est des diplômes européens, donc qui n'ont pas besoin d'accréditation vu que c'est considéré comme des diplômes européens. Et par rapport aux échanges qu'ils font aussi, donc ils font des études d'échange. Je m'explique. Donc, un étudiant qui est en Turquie, qui est dans les universités, a la possibilité d'aller en Europe pour y faire une année et revenir, continuer son programme. Donc, quand même, ils font partie des plus grands universités ou pays qui favorisent cet aspect. Donc, les études en échange, en fait. Donc, à envoyer des étudiants en Europe. Et eux aussi, ils envoient des étudiants en Turquie pour faire un échange.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, another advantage that international students also can apply to the Erasmus Plus program, but based on their grades at the first and the second year in their studies. Officially,
Can you repeat again? Your last
sure.
sentence?
I was telling that as an international student also can apply to the Erasmus program, which means they can study one semester in the Europe, but this depending on their grades at the first 2 years in Turkey. If their grades are okay, then they can apply to their student international office, and they find out to which universities they have an agreement, and then they can apply. But if their grades are not good, unfortunately, they cannot apply, which means it is up to them to go to Europe or not for one semester.
OK. Donc, les étudiants internationaux aussi ont la possibilité d'appliquer pour aller faire un semestre en Europe, mais cela dépendra de leurs moyenne, de leurs notes. Donc, pour ceux qui ont la volonté de faire un semestre en Europe, que ce soit dans les pays européens ou dans les universités avec qui ils sont partenaires, vous avez l'obligation d'avoir une bonne moyenne, pour ne pas dire une très bonne moyenne. Donc, si vous avez cela, vous allez dans leurs offices, international office, quand même pour faire la demande et avoir la possibilité. Donc, pour participer à ces études d'échange, donc l'étudiant a l'obligation de bien travailler et d'avoir une bonne moyenne.
Okay. There's one more last thing. Generally, the Turkey is also the second most affordable country in Europe. Other than the also affordable the tuition fees, also living cost is I cannot say like in the past. Unfortunately, the price has been rising in Turkey due to the economic crisis in the world, but still, we are one of the most affordable country in Europe.
OK. Donc, il tient juste à rappeler que la Turquie fait partie des pays où les coûts d'études, les coûts de la vie, entre autres, sont beaucoup plus abordables. Donc, les coûts des études ne sont pas trop chers là-bas, même s'il y a une crise qui secoue le monde. Ils tiennent à maintenir cet aspect. Donc, les frais de scolarité ne sont pas chers. Le logement aussi n'est pas trop cher là-bas. Le coût de la vie, pareil. Donc, c'est à prendre en compte.
Okay, and now let's go to the second slide about why the student choosing and some statistic.
OK. Donc, on va avancer. Donc, expliquer le pourquoi quand même. Vous avez la possibilité de choisir la Turquie comme pays de destination.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, Turkey is between Europe and Asia, kind of the bridge, which we contain, and also we lived together for a long time together with African region, the Middle East region under the Ottoman Empire. That's why culturally and historically we have a lot of common ties, some histories, and some the customs. That's why most of the international students who study in Turkey, they don't feel too strange, to be honest. Like, and they adapt really easily compared to other countries.
OK. Donc, il parle quand même de l'environnement que vous propose la Turquie. Donc, quand même, ils sont ils ont une population vraiment chaleureuse. Donc, dès lors que vous serez sur place et que vous êtes en contact avec la population, vous n'allez pas vous sentir, voilà, hors de chez vous. Donc, vous allez être considéré comme une personne quand même qui a longtemps vécu, ou bien même qui est d'origine turquoise, donc d'origine turque. Voilà. C'est à prendre en compte aussi. Que le moment.
Generally, as economically, for sure now is generally there's a global crisis, but Turkey is still has been rising even the COVID time. And for the student-wise, Turkey has been rising, I think, last 5 consecutive years. Even the COVID time, Turkey is one of the top, I think, 3 countries in the world. The international student numbers has been rising almost each year more than 20%. And this year, we already passed 300,000 international students. They come from more than 130 different countries.
More than 100.
130 different countries and 301,000 international students currently, and which make Turkey the top 10th biggest international student country in the world. Now we are the past Spain.
OK. Donc, à noter que même durant la période de crise, donc de COVID-19, cela n'a pas empêché la Turquie d'avancer, donc économiquement, même au niveau de leur système. Et pour cela, quand même, la Turquie fait partie, accueille à peu près plus de 100 nationalités différentes. Et il y a plus de 300 nationalités aussi qui sont déjà inscrites dans leurs universités.
Also, there's mentioned that safe environment for international students. I think this is, we can tell for most of the countries in Europe, but also I think one statistics-wise we can mention is also the, as I mentioned, we live long time under the one roof. And the discrimination also is really, really low here, to be honest, for all the international countries, This is one of the biggest, the Turkish hospitality, I think we can call it. And the living cost usually is way cheaper compared to other countries, but also for the students is additionally, there's a huge government support. How can I give example? For example, in government, give a lot of support to the international students, not international students, just all students, to be honest, such as, for example, the transportation card in Istanbul, which is one of the most expensive city, I think, in Turkey and Europe, I can call it. Just now, $11 to $12 per month. Just the students pay $10 to $11 for 1 month transportation.
Donc, il était en train de parler de la situation, en fait, donc en tant qu'étudiant étranger. Donc, ne vous inquiétez pas, quand même. La discrimination ou bien les problèmes visant les étrangers, quand même, n'est pas trop fréquent là-bas. Donc, si on devait le prendre en pourcentage, quand même, c'est vraiment, vraiment bas. Donc, on va revenir juste sur voilà, le pourquoi choisir la Turquie. Donc, comme vous le voyez sur l'écran, on parle d'un pays qui est stable, qui est sûr, avec une population vraiment chaleureuse. Donc, comme je l'ai expliqué tout à l'heure, la Turquie est au milieu. Donc, c'est le pont entre l'Europe et l'Asie. Donc, il y a des opportunités pour apprendre deux langues. Donc, la langue turque et l'anglais. Quand même, ils ont un système de santé qui est vraiment solide, entre autres. Donc, il y a pas mal d'opportunités qui pourront intervenir durant vos séjours. Il y a des bourses, donc il y a pas mal d'opportunités de bourses qui pourront aussi vous s'offrir à vous, bien sûr. Donc, OK, Mr. Trakan, you can go on. OK. 1 minute.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and one important thing about the government support, most of the students probably will ask us if there's a free education in Turkey. The reason is about the scholarship program. Okay, first question is there's no free education in Turkey, even though we are really affordable, but still students must pay little amounts. But there's a big scholarship program run by the government, Turkish government, nothing to do with universities. And this is the web page, Türkiye Bursları Gov.tr. And let me a little bit open up this topic. Türkiye Bursları is one of the most comprehensive, the scholarship program in the world. I think Turkish government has been doing this last 7 to 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. And usually the applications start middle of January till the middle of February. For this year is already close, I can tell you. And the last year, over 200,000 international students apply for the scholarship program. And the Turkish government has choosing based on their academics, sometimes based on the geographically, to be honest, the scholarship programs. And usually they announce around September. But around 2,000 to 3,000 students, they decided, which means we are talking about around 1% chance. This is a really, if the student has been chosen, the Turkish government give their school fees, tuition fees, accommodation fees, one two-way flight ticket, and pocket money. That's why most of the people think that all the Turkish universities are free, but this is because of these Turkish scholarship programs.
Ok, donc parler des opportunités qui se trouvent avec un rapport avec les études en Turquie. Donc, il y a pas mal de personnes qui demandent si les études en Turquie sont gratuites. Donc, bien évidemment, non. Mais quand même, ils ont des frais qui sont vraiment abordables. Donc, et comme il l'a dit, il y a le gouvernement même qui est en charge d'offrir des opportunités de bourse à tout le monde. Donc, l'année passée, il y avait de 20 000. You said to 200,000.
Yes, this year, yes, 200,000.
200 000 étudiants qui avaient fait leur demande, donc pour obtenir une bourse. And the government chose how much? 2,000.
2,000 to 2,500.
2,500. Et le gouvernement a eu à choisir 2,000, donc 2,000 personnes. Donc, ce qui veut dire quand même voilà, donc les personnes ont vraiment leur chance d'avoir une bourse. Donc, pour toutes les personnes qui font la demande d'avoir la bourse. Donc, si vous avez la bourse, donc vous êtes dispensé d'une partie de votre scolarité avec une aide que le gouvernement vous donnera avec une bourse, bien sûr. Donc, ce qui a tendance à faire penser aux personnes que voilà, les études en Turquie sont gratuites, mais ce n'est pas le cas. C'est juste que les frais sont abordables et il y a pas mal d'opportunités de bourse qu'offre le gouvernement avec peut-être d'autres voilà, personnes qui sont habilitées à le faire. Donc, OK, Mr. Tartan.
And one last sentence about the scholarships. After that, we can skip. And they may apply, but they shouldn't be rely on these scholarship programs because it's to be honest, 1% chance. And that's why they should continue their plans as normal. And because usually a government announce around September, and they consider this as a lottery.
As a lottery.
Yes.
Okay. Donc, juste à noter que quand même, vous pouvez, pour les personnes qui sont là-bas, donc, ils peuvent faire la demande pour obtenir une bourse, mais quand même, il ne faudrait pas que ces personnes se basent, en fait. Donc, voilà, prennent l'obtention de la bourse comme seule issue, en fait. Donc, il y a les possibilités de le faire, mais comme c'est le gouvernement, donc c'est comme on l'autorise en fait. On ne choisit pas les personnes comme ça, c'est comme l'autorise. Donc, je pense que tout le monde, vous connaissez ce que veut dire cela. Il y a un système qui est en charge à faire le dispatching, le tri et de faire les choix. OK, c'est d'accord.
And one, I think I just see that the health system, because as I mentioned, I used to work for a different part of the world, including Germany and the UK and Canada, and even US. And the health system in Turkey, one of the best one in Europe, as a public system, I consider it, because also Turkey is also really strong for the health tourism. The reason I am saying this one, all the international students, whenever they come to Turkey, they must have a health insurance. This is by law. And they have two options. One of them is the private and one of them is the public health system, insurance actually. And the last year it was 2,500 Turkish lira, which is based on today's currency, I think $130 for 1 year full coverage. But they had exempt from all the additional costs. Maybe just a little bit for the medicine prescriptions. That's why whenever they come, also they shouldn't be worried about for also the health, because it's under government's protection with a little money.
You said $30.
It was like last year was $120 for 1 year, almost $10 per month.
$20 for 1 year.
Not $10 per month or 120 for 1 year.
Okay, $10 per month.
This was last year. They haven't announced for this year. We don't know.
Ok, on parlait de leur système. Donc, ils travaillent avec pas mal de pays concernant leur système de santé. Donc, l'année passée, quand même, le gouvernement avait annoncé que pour ceux qui sont là-bas, pour ceux qui sont en Turquie, quand même, pour leur participation, on peut le prendre comme une participation, quand même, c'est $10 le mois. Donc, ce qui donnera $120 l'année, donc pour être pris en charge. Donc, c'est comme une assurance santé. Donc, même voilà, dès lors que vous souffrez, vous n'aurez pas à avoir des problèmes d'argent, entre autres, pour être pris en charge par dans leurs hôpitaux, en fait. Donc, ne vous inquiétez pas par rapport à ça. Donc, c'est vraiment évident. Donc, dès lors qu'on puisse, ou bien qu'on ait la volonté d'aller faire nos études à l'extérieur, quand même d'avoir une pensée sur notre santé. Donc, là, il y a le gouvernement quand même qui prend en charge pas mal de ces frais et quand même, c'est juste une participation que la personne a le devoir de faire pour ne pas avoir de problème s'il est dans des situations où il est nécessité quand même d'aller vers les hôpitaux. OK, je t'attends.
Okay, more quickly, because I already talk a lot about these ones. Just I want to show the structure of the Turkish education system. As I mentioned, we are part of the European education system. That's why there is no kind of foundation here, like in the UK. Basically, there is a three-way they can enter to Turkish universities. They must have either a high school diploma, graduated, and have their high school diploma. Mm-hmm. If they are working in like a UK, a British system, also the A levels, which is accepted in Turkey, or IB, International Baccalaureate. Those are the the systems that are the three-way to enter to the Turkish universities. If the students graduated from other programs such as IGCSE or O levels, then they must either study 1 more year here in Turkey as a high school completed, or they should take 2 or 3 A-level programs in their home country, depending on the program. If it's like a general business engineering, 2 A-levels usually should be okay. But if it's the health sciences such as medicine or dentistry, then they need at least 3 A-level programs.
Okay, so as you know, here or in Africa, so whenever someone wants to join a university, at least he has to get his high school diploma.
That's enough.
Yes, so as you said, they need to have it, and if they want to apply in a Turkish university, they have to bring it. Okay, right?
Yes, we need their high school transcript for the last 3 years and a high school diploma.
Ok. So, il disait quand même pour les personnes qui ont la volonté d'appliquer ou bien de continuer leurs études en Turquie, il est important d'avoir at least le baccalauréat. Donc, dans votre pays, que vous soyez au Sénégal, au Congo, Tchad, entre autres, il est important d'avoir le baccalauréat pour avoir la possibilité ou bien la chance de faire votre demande et d'être intégré dans une université turque. Okay. So, what's the requirement for the masters of if someone has his bachelor here and wants to be
Okay.
to apply in a master?
Now, let me generally quickly explain about these ones. For example, in Turkey, associate degrees are 2. The bachelor are 4 years, not 3, 4 years like in Europe. Dentistry, veterinary, and pharmacy are 5, and medicine is 6 years in Turkish education system or European education system. If they would like to go to master programs, they must complete it bachelor degree basically. And the same rules apply, their bachelor diploma and their transcript from the bachelor, all the whole years, the 4 years we need it. And for masters, they have 2 options. One of them takes 18 months, 1.5 years, without thesis. And the other one is 2 years with thesis. Basically the same program, but if they want to write thesis. Why is important? If they want to do the doctorate, PhD level, they must finish with thesis programs. And the doctorate program in Turkey also usually 4 years with the research years. And all the programs in Turkey, usually we have a 2 main language, either English or Turkish. There are few options, not a lot to be honest, other languages as well. Maybe some of them French, it can be some Arabic, or even 1 or 2 subjects in Russians.
Okay, so can you repeat again the master without thesis? Okay, so how many years does it take?
Sure, master without thesis 1.5 years, with thesis 2 years.
2 years.
If they want to do, we in order to go to the doctorate, they must complete it 2 years. They must write a thesis.
Okay. Donc, il a parlé aussi de leur programme. Donc, pour le programme de bachelor, donc la licence comme on le connaît ici, donc leur licence, comme ils font partie quand même du système européen, la licence dure 4 ans, 4 ans d'études. Okay? Donc, pour ceux qui désireront, voilà, appliquer pour le master, il y a 2 choix. Il y a un master sans thèse qui dure 1 année et demie pour le master sans thèse. Et pour le master avec thèse, c'est 2 ans. Donc, il y en a qui veulent faire un master sans pour autant soutenir. Voilà. Et il y en a qui veulent faire le master et soutenir. Donc, pour les personnes qui vont avoir la volonté de continuer jusqu'au doctorat, il faut impérativement faire un master avec thèse. Donc, 2 ans d'études. So, Mr. Tarkan, so as you know, here in Senegal, I will take as the example Senegal, we have a bachelor with 3 years, just 3 years. So if someone here has got his bachelor and wants to move there, what's the option?
Okay, based on our partner universities, the bachelor diploma, as far as they have the diploma,
Yes.
It's been accepted. But
Okay,
just give me 1 second. I want to make sure. 1 second. Üniversite diploması olan öğrenciler 3 yılda bitirse dahi, çünkü bazı ülkeler 3 yılda bitiyormuş, 4 yılda değil. Ama diploma var. Renkli kısmında bir sorun olmuyor. Okay. Because I was asking my colleague, my business partner, because she's a little bit better than for me about the equivalencies. Yes, there's no problem. As far as they have the bachelor diploma, it can be 3 or 4 years, depending on, the country, but it's okay. They can apply for master programs.
OK, so I just translate. So, donc, pour les personnes qui ont leur licence, même si c'est 3 ans, donc c'est prenable, à leur niveau, vous pouvez appliquer pour un programme de master, comme on a dit, un master sans thèse ou avec thèse. Mais pour ceux qui voudront continuer à faire un doctorat, il est impérativement, c'est une obligation, en fait, de faire un master avec thèse. Voilà. Donc, you can move on. Je suis d'accord.
Okay. Now, one important thing here is usually either master or the bachelor applications, we require simple things such as like a transcripts. This is one of the most important for us, the document, which we kind of evaluate students based on their wish and based on to which university they want to go. One of the, I think, the advantage that we have, since we are working a variety of the universities in Turkey, we kind of have experience to which university require what kind of transcript, you can call it. And another thing is important, there is maybe most of the students may not know, because we have one additional step in Turkey, we call equivalency document.
Okay.
What does it mean? Basically, all international students, doesn't matter if they need a visa or not. This is nothing to do with visa. And they must apply either home country at the Turkish embassy. There is an education attaché office, or they can come to Turkey and they can apply here. But we strongly suggest them to do it in home country because it will be easier, faster, and cheaper. What is this equivalency ladder? All international students bring their original diploma, transcripts, and passport to the Turkish embassy, or if it's here, the ministry. And they are checking 2 things: if those documents are real or not, and most importantly, if they are equal to our education system. Remember, I told you, if they are, for example, IGCC student, most probably they cannot get equivalency document because they are not equal to our system. They will suggest them. But this is really easy process, and in the home country at the Turkish embassies, and whenever they get that equivalency letter or confirmation, they need to bring with original documents because they need this document while we call it final applications at the Turkey.
Okay, so if I understand what you said, it is important to have the equivalency before applying, or you can apply, and before you move down Turkey, make the equivalency.
First, we apply, get the conditional acceptance, and if they need visa, they can apply to visa. If they don't, most of the countries, luckily not, they can come with tourist visa easily or visa waivers. But during that time, we suggest them to do it after they get acceptance to equivalency in home country.
Okay.
First acceptance, later equivalency.
So they can do it in their home country, and if they want also, they can wait till they get in down Turkey and make it. Okay.
Yeah, but both options are okay. But in Turkey, because whenever they come to Turkey, their university, whenever they submit documents, that document will be missing, and the universities give them a 1 semester, 3 to 4 months, to submit it, and that process in Turkey take really longer because they apply to the ministry in Turkey. Ministry send documents to the foreign ministry in Turkey. They come to your home country, that Ministry of Education, and then your school. That process takes maybe 3 to 6 months,
Okay.
which they can do maybe in a week in home country at the Turkish embassy.
Ok, donc comme il vient de l'expliquer, donc si vous avez la volonté d'aller continuer vos études en Turquie, donc il est possible d'appliquer d'abord, d'obtenir une acceptation conditionnelle, mais comme il est préférable que dès lors que vous obtenez ça, euh, au moment où vous demandez ou bien faites votre demande de visa, donc dans certains pays où on demande le visa avant d'entrer dans le territoire turc, donc d'approcher votre ambassade. Donc il y a un bureau qui est en charge des études. Donc vous leur dites que vous voulez faire une demande d'équivalence. Donc que veut dire une demande d'équivalence? Donc ils vont évaluer vos diplômes, donc le diplôme que vous avez avec les notes que vous avez, et ils vont vous donner l'équivalent. Vu que en Turquie, ils ont un système européen. Il est possible de le faire dans votre pays, comme il l'a dit, ça sera beaucoup plus rapide et beaucoup moins cher. Mais pour les personnes qui n'ont pas la volonté de le faire dans leur pays, vous avez la possibilité de le faire en Turquie. Mais c'est qu'il faut savoir que ça sera beaucoup plus cher vu que ils prendront les documents, ils vont l'envoyer dans votre pays et quand même le bureau qui est en charge dans votre pays d'origine, prendra le temps de le faire. Donc, ça sera beaucoup plus long. À peu près, ça peut prendre 3 à 6 mois. Donc, si vous le faites dans votre pays d'origine, quand même, vous-même, ça sera beaucoup plus rapide et moins cher, en fait, que si vous attendez jusqu'à aller en Turquie pour le faire. OK. Donc,
Okay.
c'est bon pour le moment. You can move on. C'est bien.
Sure. Okay. And also maybe we can remind them if they have any questions, they can write in the chat box and we can reply later.
OK. Donc, juste pour rappel, si vous avez des questions, bien sûr, vous pouvez les laisser sur la barre de chat. Après, on prendra le temps d'y répondre.
Okay.
OK.
Now let's talk about a little bit about the universities. Basically, we have a two kind of universities, like a public universities. We don't call private universities, even though I wrote, we call foundation universities. Because by law, all the even private universities, they call non-profit organizations. We call vakıf, which is come from Arabic. And at the moment in Turkey, there are 75 foundation universities. Now let's a little bit focus about why the student should or why they are choosing private universities. Is most of these foundation universities has been founded quite new compared to other well-known universities around the world. But those universities owned by the big groups. If there is a nice health science university, usually that university owned by a big hospital chain, and such as like a Medipol and such as Acıbadem, because those are also one of the biggest hospital chains. The reason why I'm saying those universities and or the companies invest heavily to their facilities. And because I used to work, as I said, in the UK universities and Canada, and I had a chance to visit most of them. But for the laboratories wise or the equipment, and the Turkish universities has been really growing a lot. And whenever they make any profit, since they are non-profit organization, they invest again into their facilities. Due to this reason, they have one of the most modern equipments in the world. Either it can be engineering or it can be health sciences, it can be dentistry. That's why most of the students are really happy with the quality of the education. And also another advantage of the studying, sorry, let me leave you to translate. After that, I will continue.
D'accord. Donc, il parlait des possibilités, en fait, donc, de l'environnement que vous pouvez avoir là-bas. Donc, à peu près, il travaille avec 75 universités. Donc, si vous voyez, comme vous le voyez sur l'écran, donc, il y a, au lieu de dire privé, donc, c'est donc, il le nomme Foundation University au lieu de Private Universities. Okay? Donc, ces universités sont des organisations, on peut les appeler ainsi, donc, qui investissent beaucoup sur leur, comment dire, sur leurs installations. Donc, il y a des campus modernes, des campus qui sont modernes et vraiment en phase avec la mondialisation, bien sûr. Donc, euh, comment dirais-je, leurs installations sont vraiment équipées avec des technologies modernes. Donc, vous allez bien avoir un environnement vraiment adapté donc, à vos études, donc à ce que vous avez choisi comme programme. Et concernant votre logement, quand même, il y aura pas vraiment de soucis, vous, que vous serez dans un environnement aussi vraiment accueillant et chaleureux. OK, c'est à
Okay. Also, the another advantage of the foundation or private universities, if the students prefer, I think most of the students prefer English, fully English programs, and more than 70% of their programs taught in English. Also, they have, as I mentioned, maybe some French, but most of those other language programs run by those universities. And one last thing, because since those companies running those universities, they have a lot of advantage or the opportunities to do their internships, and even that students, brilliant students, most of the time they employ by those companies. That's why the employment rate is really high.
Yeah. OK. So, je tenais à rappeler que pour les programmes d'études en Turquie, donc c'est des programmes qui sont enseignés en anglais. Donc, c'est des programmes qui sont enseignés en anglais à part entière, en fait. Donc, full time. Donc, il y a peut-être des programmes qui sont enseignés en turc ou bien en français, mais la majeure partie de leurs programmes sont enseignés en anglais. Donc, prenant en compte aussi les stages et le taux d'emploi. Donc, c'est vraiment haut, en fait. Donc, ils ont un taux d'emploi quand même qui est très élevé. En faisant vos études, vous allez avoir la possibilité de faire des stages et ils ont leurs statistiques pour dire quand même que la majeure partie de ces étudiants ont été employés, en fait, pris par ces entreprises. OK.
Okay, for example, I just took some pictures from some of our partner universities. For example, this is one of our close partner, Nişantaşı University, and this is one of the center at the Özyeğin University, this island. Basically, the new trend for the private universities, they giving a lot of opportunities for students to their projects, you can call it, because now we have a new generation also, and they have a lot of ideas, and that's why the now university is creating new faculties other than just the studying. If the engineering student has a one project in that kind of the campus, for example, this one, there is 3D printers, there's like a lot of equipments with the professor, and they don't need to pay any single cents from their pocket. Universities support them and kind of guide them to get to make that the project real, and they got their patents. That's why it's been 2-3 years that Turkish universities kind of competing each other to get more projects, and that's why also you will see a lot of news from the Turkish economy, like defense systems. Now with the unmanned drones, unmanned jets, those are most of them also come from those universities, to be honest, those projects.
OK. OK. Donc, comme vous le voyez sur l'écran, ils montrent quand même quelques photos, quelques clichés de leurs universités. Donc, vous pouvez le remarquer par vous-même que ces installations sont des installations vraiment modernes. Il y a des centres dans les universités où vous pouvez aller faire vos recherches. Donc, voilà, pas mal de structures qui sont disponibles dans ces universités et À noter que l'accès dans ces structures n'est pas facturé, en fait. Donc, vous n'aurez rien à payer. Et vu que vous êtes étudiant dans l'université, vous allez avoir accès à tous ces possibilités, en fait, à toutes ces opportunités. Okay.
For example, these pictures also not taken by from the hospitals. These are the classrooms or the laboratory of some of our partner universities. As I mentioned, those the schools really invest heavily for higher. And for example, this one is one of the biggest, I think, in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, for the dentistry. They have really those, and each student can practice their knowledge, all the classes at the moment. And they have the screen here, which they can see their teachers, and also they can do physically, practically, their lessons.
Ouais. Donc, comme vous le voyez sur l'écran, en fait, vous voyez que pour ceux qui ont la volonté de faire des études en médecine, en dentiste, entre autres, donc, il y aura tous les équipements sur place. Donc, comme vous le voyez sur la photo à votre droite, la deuxième photo qui est à votre droite, donc, vous voyez que les équipements sont vraiment disponibles pour toute personne qui aura à faire la pratique. Donc, à noter que les études ne seront pas juste théoriques. Donc, ça sera des études pratiques aussi. Donc, vous allez en classe, après vous allez dans les laboratoires pour faire la pratique de ce que vous avez eu à apprendre. Okay.
One last thing, for example, during the COVID time, one of the research university, the students with the professors together, they find our local COVID shots in Turkey, which was be later distributed all around the world also. That's why also research center is really important in Turkey, run by the public or government or the private universities.
Okay. Donc, pour juste à noter que, voilà, pour un peu revenir sur leurs investissements qu'ils sont en train de faire sur tous les domaines durant la COVID. Donc, ils avaient à leur niveau un centre de recherche donc, pour faire des recherches sur la COVID. Donc, juste pour rappeler qu'ils ont mis les moyens qu'il faut dans tous les plans pour quand même permettre à toutes les personnes, que ce soit études ou travail, d'avoir le matériel nécessaire en fait pour faire ce qu'il y a à faire et de faire comme on doit le faire. Okay.
Okay, through a platform, as I mentioned, we are representing over 60 universities in Turkey, and all our students who attended this the webinar can later on contact the VCA Group and get more information and apply any of our partner universities through the VCA Group.
Donc, désolé, comme on a, yes, comme on a tenu à la rappeler depuis le début, donc on est en partenariat avec plus de 62 universités, donc en Turquie. Donc, pour tous ceux qui sont présents ici, et alors que vous voulez faire vos études en Turquie, vous pouvez nous contacter VCA Groupe pour avoir toutes les informations, les programmes, entre autres. Et voilà, donc être assisté à avoir votre admission et se préparer à faire les études sur place. OK. You can go on, Mr. Takan. Monsieur Takan? Bon, on dirait qu'il a un problème de connexion, donc un instant. Juste pour rappel.
One statistic about this. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, a minute. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about, I don't know, I think I had a technical problem. Okay, one small statistics about the Turkish universities is the last, even 2023, the rankings. Now there's almost 18 universities in top 1,000 university, and 4 or 5 of them in top 500 university. Those research centers, or a lot of the writing articles improving the Turkish education system as well as a quality. And luckily we partner most of those big names as well. But for sure, for students who wants to go to such as Sabancı, they are top 420 in the world, or Koç, or those are like a top 500 in the world. They need a little bit higher rankings. The other universities no need, but if it's top ranking universities, they need also SAT.
Can you repeat again? So if I understand well, you were talking about the top ranked university around the world or in just Turkey?
No, around the world. Sabancı, Koç, Özyeğin, they are top 500 in the world.
Top 500, okay, top 500 in the world. So, okay.
For those universities, they need, in addition to their transcript and diploma, they need also SAT. Score.
SAT, what does it mean, SAT?
Okay.
Is it on English proficiency or?
No, SAT, which is this is a test, the American test system, which is nothing to do with language science, IQ related, some physical questions, and most of the universities they require this test.
Okay, so where do they do the test? Where the SAT test?
To be honest, SAT the exams can be run most of the part of the world, but I don't know specifically in which part of the Africa. But I'm making my note to check, and for all those students, later I will share with the VCA group, and they can get from you those information.
Okay, so we'll just talk about the top ranked university.
Yes, that's better. Okay.
Okay. Bon, donc il tenait à rappeler que avec pour les universités partenaires, ils font partie quand même des universités les mieux classées dans le monde. Donc, si on devait faire une liste des 500 universités les mieux classées, donc les universités turques en font partie. Donc, juste pour rappeler qu'ils ont eu à faire beaucoup d'investissements sur leurs universités, leurs campus, leur formation pratique, entre autres. Donc, quand même, avec leurs frais de scolarité abordables et pas mal d'autres, voilà, d'autres, je dirais, pas mal d'autres investissements à mentionner, bien sûr. Donc, ils font partie des 500 meilleures universités dans le monde. Okay, Mr. Taken.
Okay, now quickly for public universities. There are 129 public universities in Turkey, and also quality-wise, still the Turkish public universities really top ones amongst the private universities. They have a huge campuses. If the students prefer like a really campus life, I think public universities are the options. And still, more than 50% of our international students prefer public universities. There are two main reasons. To be honest, affordable prices. Because we are going to mention that, maybe we should mention that for private universities, the fees for English programs may start from $2,000 American dollars, and it can go up to $20,000 if it's for those ranking universities, other than medicine program. But for the public universities, we are talking about a couple $100. It can start from $400 to maybe $800 for such as business programs. There's a huge gap difference.
Okay. So you're working with public and private university.
Public, we can help at the moment 3 public universities, but I'm gonna tell you in a next slide how we can help them.
Okay, so we can just focus on the private universities.
Okay, then we can give as a just maybe sample of these ones. Then I'm skipping that. But the disadvantage of the public universities, then we can mention if they ask, is most of their programs are Turkish, not English.
Okay, so as
That
you
you can
know,
mention. Yes.
okay, as you know, so international students here, so they prefer attend English classes than
Okay.
other language. So if you can just focus on private universities, the fees and something like that.
Sure. Okay. Then now let's focus here. For the private universities, the good part is, through our platform, through you to be your sport, they can check all the options, English, or as I said, maybe 1 or 2 programs in French as well. And that prices can be starting from $2,000. And it can go up to, if it's engineering programs, like up to $15,000 to $16,000, but usually $2,000 to $4,000. If it's health sciences, such as nursing or physiotherapists or other like health sciences, it's also that it's $3,000 to $7,000. Other than, to be honest, dentistry or medicine, most of our programs are really affordable in Turkey. We're talking about English programs, by the way.
Okay. I'm just summarizing what you just said.
Sure.
Okay. So for business programs, the fees are between $2,000 and $4,000.
Yes, usually like a regular universities, yes. But if you are a little bit looking for a little bit top rankings, that price can go up to $4,000 to $8,000, depending on the university.
Okay, 4 to 8,000. Okay, for health programs, the fees are between $3,000 and $7,000.
Exactly, except medicine or dentistry.
Okay, medicine and health. What are the fees?
Medicine's English programs start from $15,000.
15.
15, yes, and it can go up to $26,000.
Okay, and it can go up to 20.
26.
26.
Yes, even though there are one university the price is $32,000, but usually we can get them also scholarships. If you mentioned, actually, since you are making notes, let me give you another good news for the students, because since we have a good partnership for those universities, if they apply through to you with the VCA Group, also we offer partial scholarships based on their transcripts, or some of them we can get directly. It can be up to 50 to 60%.
Up to 50%.
Yes, some of the program. For example, one of our partners, such as Altınbaş University, and their fee is usually $8,000, but for our students, they are charging $4,000.
Okay. Let me summarize and translate it.
But one last thing, only if they apply through to you, they can get these scholarships. That's why also this is the good part, they should apply directly with you.
Can you repeat again?
I said they can get those discounts, or I don't know, whoever is doing this one, someone is playing. They can get those discounts if they apply through the VCA Group, because we have a special agreement with them, okay?
Okay. Donc, juste parlons des frais de scolarité. Donc, pour les programmes des affaires, donc business administration, administration des affaires, entre autres. Donc, tout programme qui a un rapport avec les affaires. Donc, les frais tourneront autour de 2 000 à 4 000 dollars pour certaines universités. Mais si c'est pour les universités qui sont à haut rang, donc les meilleures universités, cela peut aller de 4 000 à 8 000 dollars. Donc, pour les programmes qui sont en rapport avec la santé, donc il y en a pas mal de programmes. Donc, les frais de scolarité tournent autour de 3 000 à 7 000 dollars. Donc, excepte des programmes en médecine ou des programmes qui sont en rapport avec le dentiste. Donc, ces programmes sont généralement facturés à 15 000 dollars par an jusqu'à plus de 26 000 dollars. Donc, pour ceux qui veulent faire des programmes en médecine, bien sûr, donc se préparer à des coûts de scolarité de 15 000 ou 26 000. Donc, c'est un rapport. Donc, voilà, dans l'intervalle de 15 000, 26 000 dollars jusqu'à plus même. Donc, pour ceux qui veulent faire un programme de santé, donc qui n'est pas en rapport avec la médecine, bien sûr, directement, ou des programmes en dentiste. Donc, le programme euh, tourne aux alentours de 3 000 à 7 000 dollars. Pour les programmes en business administration, business, voilà. Donc, tout programme en rapport avec la business. Donc, c'est entre 2 000 et 4 000. Donc, à noter que tout à l'heure, on a parlé des universités les mieux classées. Donc, pour les universités qui sont en haut du rang, donc, cela varie en fait. Donc, pour les programmes en business administration, cela peut commencer de 4 000 dollars à 8 000. Donc, ça concerne aussi pour tous les programmes, bien sûr. Donc, il y a des programmes en informatique, bien sûr. Donc, les programmes en informatique. So, Mr. Tarkan, even for programs in IT, I mean, computer science.
Yes. How much it is, you mean? The question?
Uh, he's asking about the fees. So, as I said, for programs for in business programs, as I said, so it's around $2,000 and $4,000. Okay, is it correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so IT programs. What are the fees for IT programs?
Just give me 1 second. I'm checking while we are talking. I don't want to give the wrong information. For example, I just opened the system while we are discussing. And usually, for example, software engineering or computer engineering, the English programs, it starts from $4,000 and it can rise up to $8,000
Okay, 4,000 and
to 8,000.
Okay.
But there are 1 or 2 exceptions. For example, we have a special agreement with one university in Ankara.
Mm.
This is a technical university, and their fee is just $2,300. But this is the only one. But remember,
Ok, donc pour les programmes en informatique, donc, les frais tournent autour de 4 000 à 8 000 dollars. Donc, c'est avec les programmes en ingénierie, bien sûr. Donc, c'est à prendre en compte. À noter que c'est pour ceux qui demandent s'il y a des bourses, entre autres. Donc, si vous rapprochez de VCA Groupe et que VCA prenne en charge votre dossier, vous avez la possibilité d'obtenir des bourses, donc qui peuvent aller jusqu'à 50% en fait des frais de scolarité. Donc, si vous devez payer 4 000 dollars, donc et que VCA Groupe vous ait assisté à faire votre demande, donc vous pouvez payer juste les 2 000 en fait au lieu de 4 000. Donc, il y a la possibilité, si vous vous rapprochez de VCA Group, d'avoir des bourses qui peuvent aller jusqu'à 50%. À noter que quand même l'obtention de ces bourses vont être en rapport avec vos notes. Donc, c'est à prendre en compte. Donc, quand même, ceux qui auront de plus bonnes notes auront beaucoup plus voilà, de pourcentage de bourses offerts par ces universités. Okay, so Mr. Takan can move.
Okay. I think now we can go if you like the questions. And I
OK.
can
OK. So, on va venir sur les questions. Donc, et répondre aux questions. So, Mr. Takan, I'm the first one who will ask you some questions. Okay?
Sure.
So, perhaps could you come back to index available over there, the index?
The intakes, okay, that's a good question. Usually for the bachelor, the programs, we have just one intake, September to September. But for masters, we have two intakes. One of them in September, other one is February.
OK. Cool. Donc, pour les rentrées qui sont disponibles en Turquie, donc pour les programmes de bachelor, donc pour les programmes de la licence, ils ont qu'une seule rentrée, bien sûr, qui est septembre. Donc, la rentrée de septembre. Donc, pour le cycle 2, donc au master, entre autres, donc il y a deux rentrées, qui est septembre et février. Okay, so Mr. Trakan, actually,
Yes.
are you taking application for September intakes or?
Yes, the application already has been started, and we still continue. There is no deadline as far as there is available seats.
Okay.
And
Donc, pour la rentrée de septembre, comme vous l'avez entendu, les applications sont en cours. Mais il n'y a pas de deadline. Donc, jusqu'à ce que les places disponibles, voilà, sont atteintes. Une fois que ces places sont atteintes, voilà, ils ferment les applications. Et, les applications pour septembre 2023 sont déjà en cours. Voilà.
also, one last thing, if they apply, let's say, I wouldn't suggest them to wait, but if they waited somehow, or if the visa process take longer, universities are flexible, and they sometimes even the program start, they can accept them after even the program's commerce, okay? Like even a couple of weeks or even a month. But for sure, they need to a little bit study additionally, extra, in order to catch up.
And extra fees.
No, not fees, the studying, because the program already started.
OK. Donc, comme il a expliqué tout à l'heure, donc, si vous faites votre demande et que vous avez une admission pour septembre et que vous fassiez votre demande de visa, même si cela prend du temps et que la rentrée a déjà débuté, donc l'université pourra pourra vous prendre en fait, même si vous avez 2 semaines ou 1 mois de retard. Donc, l'université est ouverte à vous prendre, mais quand même à noter que vous allez faire des cours supplémentaires pour quand même pallier le retard que vous avez eu. Okay. Donc, je rappelle que les applications pour la rentrée de septembre 2023 sont déjà en cours. OK? Donc, let's just select some questions in the chat box.
Waiting.
Okay. OK, donc si vous passez par VCA Groupe, voilà, donc c'est nous qui allons vous assister. Donc toute la documentation, tout ce qui est tout ce qui est à faire en fait sera fait par l'équipe en charge en fait, donc l'équipe de la documentation de VCA Groupe. Donc on a déjà parlé des coûts, donc les coûts varient en fonction des programmes. Donc pour les programmes d'informatique, cela varie entre 4 000 et 8 000 $. Donc, pour les programmes en santé, donc, excepte les programmes de médecine dentiste, donc, ça varie entre 3 000 et 7 000. Pour les programmes de médecine, cela commence entre 15 000 et au-delà de 26 000. Donc, pour les programmes de business, cela varie entre 2 000 et 4 000 $. Donc, juste à rappeler que vous avez la possibilité d'avoir des bourses si vous vous rapprochez de VCA Groupe. Okay. So, Mr. Tarkan, we have one question here.
Sure, listening.
So, the one is asking, he's got his bachelor, his high school diploma in 2019. Okay. So he was enrolled only in the first year of college, of university, but not follow through with the procedure. So he's asking if he has the chance to apply or to have an admission.
What does it mean? Just the first year?
He didn't finish his bachelor, program.
Okay, he just started the bachelor in home country, but he
Yes.
didn't continue. Now he wants to start again.
Yes, he want to start again.
Okay, for that question, yes, it's possible, but for sure, we need to apply directly with high school diploma and transcripts as like a freshman year, But let me ask that question as if the student already finished 2 years, let's say, like a sample student. If it's possible, yes, still is possible as a top-up, we call it, but in those cases, we needed their transcript plus we call syllabus, which means detailed transcript, like details of all the classes which they have taken. The reason international department cannot evaluate, include us. They sent those the syllabus or the detailed the transcripts to the department, the faculty, and they decided how many credits they have exempted or how many credits they have to take it. But based on experiences, usually, let's say if they already completed 2 years, at least 1 year, maximum 1 year they can, waive it, and they have still studied 3 more years, usually.
Okay, so as I said, he didn't finish his 1 year. The first year of university. So perhaps he'll just start again as a freshman.
Exactly, it's from zero.
Okay, from zero, yes. Ok, donc pour la question, donc vous avez un bachelor de 2019 qui a seulement inscrit en première année, donc mais sans suite. Effectivement, vous pouvez faire la procédure, mais vous allez recommencer à zéro, comme voilà, vous allez refaire la licence 1. So, Mr. Tarkan, is there any age limit?
That's a good question. Okay, for the universities wise, there is no such a limit, but for visa side, yes, there is. What I mean is, if the student graduated maybe 15 years ago, and suddenly wants to do if it's postgraduate, maybe we can understand, but for a bachelor, most probably the universities will accept and they need to pay the deposit, but I don't think they can get the student visa from the Turkish embassy. That's the two different things, acceptance from university or getting a visa.
Okay, so according to your experience, what are the age limit?
The gap is really important, to be honest. How many years they haven't? For example, if the student graduate from a high school, let me give you 2 samples. Like 6 years ago. And since then, maybe just work 1 year, and after that, they haven't done anything. And now they said, I want to go to Turkey or any university, to be honest, any country. Most probably, the student will not get visa. But the student graduated from a high school, work with an accounting department, 2 years, 3 years, he can prove it. Now he said, what, I want to continue as accounting in a bachelor. Then he may have a chance. Or same things for the master programs. Student graduate from let's say banking, and he work maybe 5 years, 10 years later said, what, I want to do MBA or I want to do Master of Finance because I want to grow, I want to be a supervisor. Then he has a chance. It is case by case. I cannot generalize.
Okay, so perhaps we can take an example for bachelor programs. So is someone who's got, 20, 29 or 28 years old can apply for bachelor programs.
For bachelors, I wouldn't go that far, to be honest. Even 26, there's no such a limit. That's why I don't want to, maybe even 29 can get visa, maybe 25 cannot. But usually, based on experiences, I think 25 is a good limit.
25.
Unless they have a really good,
We don't hear you well.
they've been working, they can prove it. Yes.
Can you repeat again? Got some technical issues.
Okay. I said usually 25 is kind of a good age.
Okay,
Sorry. As I was telling that 25 is a good age, kind of as a kind of the limit. The student has been working like without a break, then even he can get maybe 26, 27, but usually it's getting more difficult.
Okay, we'll take 25 for the bachelor age limit. So for the master, we can go through, 30 or 30, 35 for the master admissions.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm listening now.
Okay, so for the master ones, we can take 30 or 35.
As far as they have the work experience without a break, there's no age limit, to be honest.
Okay, there is not age limit.
But if they're working, like if they've been 12 years the same company working, it's okay.
Okay, cool. So we have another question. So this one said, I'm an education and vocational training professional. I'm a specialty inspector at the Ministry of Vocational Education and Training. So he's interested in doctoral studies.
He wants a doctoral program. Is that correct?
Yes, doctoral programs.
Okay, through the systems we can help, but to be honest, we have not a lot of options as much as like a master programs. Maybe if they can write you or leave a comment later, you can send me. I need to check into system. In this platform we have over 6,000 different programs. Unfortunately, I don't memorize all of them. I need to check.
Okay. So
but if he can write you, that there's a mail address here.
Okay.
And maybe send his
Okay. So Alun, Monsieur Alun, donc vous qui disiez que vous êtes un professionnel de l'éducation, effectivement, vous pouvez nous écrire. On va voir quelles sont les possibilités qui peuvent s'offrir à vous. Quand même, Monsieur Diarra, si vous pouvez mettre le numéro. Donc ils vont. Monsieur Alun va nous écrire et on pourra voir quelle est la possibilité qui peut s'offrir à lui-même. Donc, we have another question pour quelqu'un qui a déjà soutenu son activité. Okay, we have another question here. There is someone, Abu Bakri Gay. So he wants to know the procedures about someone who already defended his engineering thesis and wants to do a specialized master.
Related to engineering. What kind of engineering?
Ok, donc Monsieur Aboubakri, donc si vous pouvez nous dire plus sur votre programme, donc quel genre de programme en ingénierie avez-vous soutenu, donc pour qu'on puisse voir. So
if I'm not mistaken, he has already done the master. Is that correct, or he wants to do a master?
He has already done a master, but he wants to do another one. Sorry, a specialist master. I mean, perhaps in another program.
Then same things. Maybe if you ask him to write you an email with his whatever the specific, the subject, we can check for him the options.
Okay. So, Monsieur Aboubakri, donc, prenez le temps de nous écrire. On va essayer de voir avec vous, bien sûr, quelle est la possibilité qui pourrait être en rapport avec votre profil. Donc, good morning. This one is in a Master 1 in civil engineering. And he wants to know if it is possible to apply for a master.
Civil engineering, is that correct?
Yeah, civil engineering.
Sure. Just give me 1 second. Let me check. Master. Yes, we do have civil engineering on some of our partners offers. For example, in Istanbul, one of our partners, Altınbaş, offers it's $5,500 US. And another one is Aydın University. They have a Master of Civil Engineering English programs with thesis. Also, this one is $6,000. But this $6,000 or $5,500 is covered for 2 years, not just yearly. Okay.
Okay, for the 3 years.
2 years. The master is 2 years in Turkey and 6,000 for 2 years. Yes.
Ok, donc voilà, Stel. Donc c'est bien possible de faire un master en Turquie. Ok, so je suis titulaire. Ok, let me check this one. Ok. Donc je suis titulaire Augustin. Je suis titulaire de licence en sciences des langages. Je suis intéressé par la suite. Donc, vous êtes intéressé à faire quoi? Donc, Augustin, there is a one who said he already got his degree in language sciences, but he's interested in continuing his studies. So, I'm willing to know what kind of programs does he want to continue? Okay. Okay.
He wants to do linguistic in masters. Is that correct?
Perhaps he can do it linguistical.
Okay.
Master.
Let me see what are the options our partners may have. For example, one of our partner university, Aydın, offer Master of English Language and Literature, which is English Language and Literature is $9,000.
Okay.
And there is another one in Ankara. Same. This is the Master of English Language Education. That's a different topic. And this is $8,000, again for 2 years.
Ok. Donc, pour Augustin, c'est bien possible de continuer à faire un master. Donc, il y a pas mal de possibilités de master en études de langue, entre autres. Donc, vous pouvez bien sûr faire vos études. Donc, la procédure, c'est de contacter le VCA et de nous donner votre profil. Donc, vous recevrez l'évaluation, entre autres, et voilà, vous allez recevoir la recommandation pour ensuite être assisté à faire votre demande avec nos partenaires en Turquie. Donc, à Doubas, donc je suis étudiante en Master 1, spécialisé linguistique. Sur quoi je pourrais me spécialiser? So this one, she's in Master 1, German, so language studies. So linguistic, I mean, she's specialized in linguistics. So she's asking on what programs does she fit, sorry.
You say she, no? She prefers German language as education. Is that correct?
She is actually, yes, following German language, yes.
Maybe there are, because we don't cover, as I show you, the whole Turkish universities. We pretty much cover maybe 80%. But based on no, unfortunately, we don't have any German master programs.
Okay, that's not available.
No, unfortunately, we cannot have that required.
Ok, donc Fatou Bass, donc il n'y a pas de programme donc, qui a un rapport avec les études en langue allemande. Donc, d'une licence cadre au système, me semble-t-il, pour poursuivre mes je suis titulaire. Donc, Ibrahim, vous êtes titulaire de licence. Bien sûr, vous pouvez nous contacter. On fera avec vous votre évaluation pour vous faire les propositions nécessaires. Donc, I need help in documentation for the procedures. Okay, so Sen. Donc, si vous voulez faire une demande pour la licence, donc vous devez donner les relevés de notes, les bulletins de votre lycée, avec le relevé de notes baccalauréat, avec le diplôme du bac. Donc, si vous voulez faire des études en master, vous devez donner les relevés de notes universitaires. Donc, si vous avez fini votre licence, donc avec l'attestation ou le diplôme de la licence pour être assisté. Donc, je suis en licence en ingénierie technique de développement durable. Donc, j'aimerais continuer mes études. Okay, Mr. Chaka, we have here
Yes, I'm here.
someone who is in a bachelor, the first year of bachelor, I mean, in technical engineering of sustainable development and management of the environment. So, do you have any programs relating their environment?
Okay, let me check. Anything with the environment. As I mentioned, maybe we need to clarify to our students. We are a platform help students, but we are not university. That's why I'm checking. Otherwise, they shouldn't think that he doesn't know the programs.
Ok. Donc, juste pour rappel, c'est eux qui gèrent la plateforme, donc qui regroupe 62 universités à travers la Turquie. Donc, c'est pour cela qu'il prend le temps de bien vérifier pour donner l'information juste. Donc,
For the environment, I couldn't find currently, but I'm gonna make a note myself because I don't want to keep wait everyone. Environment engineering.
ok. Donc, pour la personne
And
Go on.
for the person who was asking, maybe again, if they can write you or they can send email, and I'm gonna dig into it and I will back to the student.
Ok. So, pour la personne qui disait qu'il est en licence 1 en ingénierie technique du développement durable et management de l'information, donc il pouvait nous écrire. Donc, après, on prendra le temps de bien vérifier avec vous les possibilités qui sont disponibles. Donc, Adam Sanoussi, vous avez le baccalauréat. Donc, comment on va faire? Contactez-nous sur WhatsApp avec le numéro qui vous a envoyé le message de rappel de ce webinaire. Et nous prendrons le temps de vous prendre en charge. Donc, there is another question. Donc, je me nomme Sango Lachi, étudiant ivoirien. Donc, on travaille avec toutes les nationalités. So, he's a student in finance accounting, and she's interested in a master in finance.
Finance, we can check. Masters. Okay, Actually, there are a lot of options for the finance. For example, one of them I can recommend it international finance. And also this is like thesis and without thesis. For example, Istanbul Ticaret University, which is run by the Chamber of Istanbul Commerce. Like there's over 100,000 companies registered. They have a really nice university, and their programs with thesis $5,000, and without thesis $4,500. But we have a special agreement with them. I don't know how is the transcript. That's why we need to see. But we can get up to 25% scholarships from the Ticaret University at least.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and.
Ok, donc pour la personne, Ladi Souaolio, donc Ladi Sanogo, bien sûr. Donc, vous voulez faire un master en finance, donc il y a pas mal de possibilités qui peuvent s'offrir à vous, la finance internationale, entre autres. Donc, vous pouvez bien sûr nous contacter donc, avec vos relevés de notes, avec les diplômes, entre autres, donc, pour être assisté, bien sûr. Donc, we have another one. I have a bachelor degree in health and anthropology, with a rich experience of working. So this one has already an experience of working in the field and would like to continue with a master's degree in sociology or public health.
Public
So-
health. Oh, okay. To be honest, let me check sociology if we have. I'm not sure. Master. I'm checking, by the way. Sorry.
Okay. And,
Okay. Okay, is Master of Sociology as an English, because there are not a lot of universities offered, to be honest. Only one of our partner offer Master of Sociology with thesis, and the price is $12,000.
D'accord. Donc, il y a bien sûr un master en sociologie qui est disponible, donc avec une scolarité de 12 000. Donc, pour les 2 ans, bien sûr. Donc, the 12,000 is for the 2 years, okay?
Yeah, for the 2 years, but the reason there's a lot of sociology masters, but usually for Turkish language. That's why it's difficult to find English.
Okay, Turkish language. Public health. Do you have a master in public health?
I'm checking in the meantime, but at least for now, I couldn't find anything. I usually public administrations and political science, but not as a public health.
Ok, donc pour David Cieza, donc il y a un programme en master, mais c'est enseigné en turc, en langue turque. Donc il n'y a pas de programme en sociologie, bien sûr, qui est enseigné en anglais. Donc même pour la santé publique, donc il n'y a pas de programme spécifique. Mais quand même, vous pouvez nous contacter, bien sûr, pour avoir toutes les possibilités qui peuvent s'offrir à vous. Donc, vous pouvez nous envoyer un message sur WhatsApp, bien sûr, avec le numéro qui vous a envoyé le message de rappel de ce webinaire. Donc, bien sûr, Ibrahim, donc, il y a des masters avec thèse. Donc, vous pouvez nous contacter. So,
Before we go through the next question, I just remember another question for everyone on behalf of. Because in Turkey, most of the students prefer English education, and since most of our French-spoken speakers that is our audience, and how they can prove their English level, there is a two-way they can provide, is either TOEFL IBT or Pearson Academic, PT Academic. Those are the two tests which are accredited in Turkey. Unfortunately, IELTS is not approved in Turkey. That's the one thing is important. Either TOEFL or Pearson. Or if they already have a good English level and they haven't taken anything, we still can get them a acceptance, conditional acceptance. They can get their equivalency letter. There's no issues, nothing to do with language. Whenever they come to Turkey, they can take proficiency tests at the university. That's the third option. They can take also tests at this university.
Okay, so university over there, did they provide English courses, or because as you said, most of
Yes.
the students here, the English level is low, is very bad. I mean, they can have
Okay.
the beginner level or beginner 1 or beginner 2. So if they cannot take the TOEFL exam, is there any possibility? So if they're down
Yes.
Turkey and follow or take English courses to get their English level, fit the programs.
So first of all, that's two-way question, this one. If
Mhm.
they or do not have any the English knowledge, same
Mhm.
things for the Turkish, to be honest, it's the same rules. Whenever they come, they can ask them not to take the test. They said, I'm gonna take the preparation year, we call it English preparation year. All the universities, the private universities, have a language school as well inside the university. But still, we need to get them to real acceptance. If they want to be a psychology, then we need to get them to psychology, the acceptance. If it's engineering or medicine, as a conditions, they should take the language courses. The reason I am telling, if they come just for language, that, I want to go to first, let me learn English. And
Mhm.
after that, I will decide at which university I will apply. Unfortunately, Turkish government is not that easy to issue the visa just for language students.
Okay.
They're gonna make it complicated. That's why we get the real acceptance, the real program, but later on they will not make it that condition happen. That's why they will take additionally 1 year.
Ok. Donc, chose à mentionner, une chose à mentionner pour dire que, genre, les personnes qui n'ont pas un bon niveau en anglais, donc ce n'est pas un problème. Donc, il y a des possibilités d'avoir une acceptation sur un programme bien défini pour ensuite faire une année de préparation, donc en langue. Toutes les universités ont des centres qui sont dédiés à ça. Donc, même pour les Turcs sur place qui n'ont pas de niveau en anglais, sont obligés de passer par ces centres. Donc, dans les universités, bien sûr. Donc, si vous n'avez pas un bon niveau, vous avez la possibilité de faire une année de préparation. Donc, si vous avez un bon niveau et que vous avez confiance en votre niveau, sur place, vous allez faire un test avec l'université pour déterminer si vous avez le niveau exact ou le niveau demandé pour faire le cours. Okay. So, there is another question. This one has his bachelor in civil engineering. So, as you said earlier, it's possible to have a master in civil engineering. Okay, so target
Which engineering, sir? I didn't understand.
civil engineering.
Civil engineering? No, I didn't say it's not possible. I need to check. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it in the system. But we have a really limited time. I don't want to keep wait anyone, but just give me 1 second. Civil engineering, I'm gonna check again. It was master, no, not bachelor.
Master, yes, civil engineering.
Let me see. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Master of Civil Engineering is it's 2 programs, 5,500 or $6,000.
Okay, in English.
English, yes. This whatever we told is English.
Okay, so donc c'est possible donc de faire un master en ingénieur civil. Donc
Civil engineering.
c'est bien possible. Donc je suis en licence 3 en informatique, développement d'applications et il est possible de refaire la licence 3 dans le même domaine. So as you said, this one is asking he's in the third year of bachelor. So he's asking if he can come in down Turkey and continue the third year of bachelor.
Which
in
program?
computer science development.
Okay. Software engineering, I guess. Kind of his studying. I mean, this is the case. Legally, yes, there's no issues, but I don't think he can transfer all 2 years credits to Turkey or any other country, to be honest. He needs to send it to you, all his transcripts, but with detailed explanation, each classes. Then we need to check the options and give you, and after that, we need to send those documents to university, and each faculty, the dean, they decided. And
Okay.
that process takes, to be honest, a couple of weeks. It's not like a one-day answer, that question.
Ok, ok. Donc, Gabriel, c'est bien possible de faire la licence 3, mais il est important de savoir que peut-être ça ne serait pas possible quand même de faire un transfert de 2 années déjà qui sont passées. Mais ce qu'on pourrait vous recommander, c'est de nous écrire. On va prendre le temps et de nous envoyer tous vos relevés de notes pour qu'on puisse, à notre niveau, l'envoyer à quelques universités pour qu'ils puissent voir si ils pourront accepter les années que vous avez eu à faire dans votre pays. OK? C'est Nebou Diawara. Donc, on essaie de faire vite. Donc, si vous avez une question, vous pouvez nous l'envoyer. Donc là, quand même, il y a la note qui est là. Donc, pour une meilleure prise en charge, vous pouvez nous contacter sur WhatsApp avec nos numéros qui sont mentionnés dans la barre chat. Donc, vous pouvez le prendre. Donc, il y a Bila Ibrahim qui a posé une question. Donc, Mr. Tarkan, you have some programs in nursing?
Nursing. Yes, we do.
OK. Donc, Bila, vous êtes en licence 3 ancien infirmière et obstétricale, option infirmière. Donc, bien sûr, il y a des programmes. Vous pouvez nous écrire. On puisse vous... OK, Mr. Tarkan.
If it's in nursing for the specialties, usually they study regular nursing, and the last, the year, they focus based on the specialty. If it's, intensive care nursing, oncology nursing, or the additional nursings. There's no like a specific subjects directly. First they study nursing, last year they specialize for nursing.
The last years, OK. Donc, voilà, vous pouvez nous contacter, il y a une possibilité. Donc, à noter que quand même, il y a comme vous l'avez mentionné, vous vous êtes spécialisé. Donc, ça sera comme, voilà, ici. Vous allez suivre le programme général pour ensuite vous spécialiser durant la dernière année. Donc, the price of 1 year fee in Turkey, how much is it? Mustafa Amadou, it depends. Donc, ça dépend du programme que vous avez choisi. Donc, je vais le rappeler, pour les programmes en business, cela tourne entre 2000 et 4000. Pour les programmes en santé, par exemple, en soins infirmiers, entre autres, cela peut varier entre 3000 et 7000. Pour les programmes en informatique, cela tourne entre 4000 et 8000 dollars. Donc, pour les programmes spécifiques en médecine ou bien en dentiste, donc, cela tourne entre 15 000 et 26 000. Cela même peut varier jusqu'à plus de 26 000 dollars. OK? Donc, is there any program in marketing and strategy?
Strategy. Okay.
Yeah, marketing and strategy.
There are a lot of options for marketing, but marketing and strategy, I need to take a look. If you allow me 1 second. Is it for bachelor, no?
Master.
A master. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, there is a master of marketing management.
Okay.
And there is a digital economy and marketing. For example, this is one of the new jobs, digital economy, digital coins, bitcoins, kind of. That's another future jobs, you can call it. And the master program, the fees is with thesis 5,000 and without thesis $4,500.
Okay.
This is one of our partner universities. Also, if they are interested, we have a couple options in Northern Cyprus. And their fee is a little bit slightly cheaper. There is also Master of Marketing programs at Cyprus University, Bahçeşehir. Their price is $3,500 for 2 years.
Ok. Donc, pour le désirer aller, bien sûr, il y a des programmes master en marketing et marketing management, pas marketing et stratégie, donc marketing management. Donc, comme je l'ai dit, vous pouvez nous envoyer des messages sur WhatsApp pour quand même avoir connaissance des possibilités qui peuvent s'offrir à vous. Donc, Mr. Chakan, there is another question, master in industrial maintenance. Do you have a master in industrial maintenance?
Industrial, that's correct. No, sir, I don't understand the second word.
Yes, industrial maintenance.
Maintenance. Okay, sorry. Just give me 1 second. Let me see the master. What we have related to industrial. We have industrial design and innovation management, industrial engineering, industrial policies and technology management. That's an interesting one. And most of the programs for industrial is industrial engineering. And the one is different is industrial policies and technology management. And the other one is industrial design and innovation management.
Ok, donc pour la question qui demandait s'il y a un master en maintenance industrielle, donc on n'a pas spécifiquement un master en maintenance industrielle, mais il y a des masters en ingénierie industrielle, entre autres. Donc, il y a bien sûr des masters en rapport avec yes, l'industrie.
For that innovation program run by Bahçeşehir University, and they are top 900 in the world, but their fee is $9,000, a little bit more expensive than others.
9,000.
Yes, 9,000 Bahçeşehir, but they are top 900 in the world. The other fees is around $5,000 to $6,000. The other universities.
Ok. Donc, Désiré, vous pouvez nous joindre donc, sur WhatsApp pour beaucoup plus de précision ou d'explication. Donc, there is another one. So, he's asking if you have a program relating in car manufacturing or car repair.
Car, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, just give me 1 second, let me check. Because also is a manufacturing car in Turkey is really popular, but I'm not sure if there is a specifically for the car manufacturing.
Okay.
But we are checking again bachelor, no, not master.
Bachelor, yes.
Okay. There is no specific as a car engineering, probably under the mechanical engineering should be done or industry, but there's not specifically for car.
Ok, donc il n'y a pas de programme spécifiquement sur les mécaniques automobiles ou bien confection ou réparation de cars, mais il y a des programmes en fait qui sont en rapport avec l'industrie mécanique, entre autres. Donc, vous pouvez nous joindre pour cela, pour avoir beaucoup plus d'explications. Donc, il y a des... Go on.
I was checking all the meantime, and there is if there's interested, I don't know, maybe there's industrial design programs.
Industrial design.
For design, for example, for design, those kind of, it's included the car, to be honest.
Okay, industrial design. Okay.
And this is also run by the Bahçeşehir University. There's like the ranking university, and the fee is $8,200.
Okay, 8,000. Donc, toujours pour répondre à la question qui demandait s'il y a des programmes qui sont en rapport avec les réparations d'automobiles ou autres. Donc, il y a des programmes qui sont en rapport avec comment dirais-je, le design industriel ou bien la conception industrielle. Donc, vous pouvez toujours nous écrire un message sur WhatsApp pour pouvoir avoir la réponse. Donc, il y en a qui demandent s'il y a des programmes en data science. Donc, c'est en rapport avec l'informatique, bien sûr. So, Mr. Tarkan, is there any specific program relating in data science or
Master or bachelor?
bachelor?
Bachelor. Should be, because there's usually big data analytic,
Okay,
one of the biggest, the subject.
okay.
Let me make sure. But usually big data analytic for the, 1 second. They have a lot of programs for the masters. But let me see if they have anything with bachelor.
Ok, donc bien sûr.
No.
Donc,
Yeah, there are plenty of options for the masters, but as a bachelor, not. I guess the reason is, in order to study the big data, you must have the background or the base as a finance. Most of
okay.
the students first study finance. As a master, they do big data analytics.
Finance.
Yeah, finance and master for big data analytics.
Ok, donc pour la personne qui demandait s'il y a voilà, un programme sur data science, bien sûr. Bon, si vous avez une licence, bien sûr, en rapport avec la finance ou l'informatique, vous pouvez nous écrire. On se chargera de vous donner les informations sur le programme en data science, le master en data science, bien sûr. Donc, il est possible de faire le master en administration des affaires, bien sûr. Vous pouvez nous envoyer un message sur WhatsApp. Donc, je suis à la recherche d'une bourse d'études. Donc, vous pouvez nous joindre sur WhatsApp. Il y a des possibilités d'avoir des bourses allant jusqu'à 50%, mais cela se fera en rapport avec vos notes. Donc, vous pouvez nous joindre. Vraiment, la bourse là est totalement financée. Une bourse n'est jamais totalement financée. Donc, c'est prise en charge. La prise en charge se fait quand même graduellement. Donc, le gouvernement prend une partie ou bien l'université ou vous enlève une partie des scolarités, mais quand même, il n'y a pas d'études gratuites en Turquie. So, Mr. Tarkan, is
Yes,
there any program relating in tourism or
there are a lot of options for the tourism. And because Turkey is also one of the biggest tourism country in Europe, also world actually. Just give me one second. But
okay.
it's a bachelor. I'm checking. Okay, there. For example, in northern Cyprus, in Magosa, there are two options, which is around Final University. We call is $3,000. English program, by the way, we are talking about. And there is another one, $2,950 in Northern Cyprus. But for the Istanbul, there's only one options, and which is Bilgi University, $8,000. There's a huge gap for that part.
Ok, ok. Donc, pour Kumasi, il y a pas mal de programmes en tourisme hôtellerie, vu que la Turquie fait partie des pays qui sont vraiment en phare avec les sites touristiques, entre autres. Donc, c'est vraiment, il y a pas mal de programmes qui peuvent vous être offerts par le programme. Donc, et qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire afin d'obtenir une bourse? Donc, vous pouvez joindre VCA Groupe, vous pouvez nous envoyer un message pour qu'on puisse voir quelles sont les possibilités. Donc, Hamidjad, donc vous avez postulé à travers quelle plateforme? Donc, on ne peut pas quand même répondre à cette question vu que la demande n'est pas passée par VCA, donc le suivi ne peut pas être fait. Donc, même,
Also,
Monsieur Taka.
Sorry, I cut you. Sorry, if you finish, I will. Because I
Okay.
found just two more options.
Okay,
for
go
the
on.
tourism.
Go on, I'll finish later.
Also, there is a one our partner university which is in Izmir, the Aegean part, close to Greece. They have a tourism guidance program, which is 5,500.